guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Liz, and today I have a wonderful video to share with you. I wanted to help us visualize our 2021 goals, so I put together a video on how to create a vision board. So I will walk you step by step so that you can make a vision board that works for you and have a lot of fun along the way. I'm so excited that 2021 is almost here because I'm pretty sure just about everybody is over 2020. So with that, let's get into the video. Step number one is to pick a focus word for 2021. This could be strength or kindness or patience, motivation, flexibility, encouragement. My word for 2021 is focus because I want to be a lot better at maintaining my focus on a task and complete everything that I want to this year, because sometimes I get distracted in the age where everything is online. So that is my word, and this is the word that I will come back to and try to remind myself of every day to better achieve my goals. Step number two is to write down goals that you have. These can be general or specific. You don't have to feel like you have to have X amount of goals or anything. Just write down what comes to your mind. I wrote down a few things like be better at financial budgeting. I wrote down I want to be a better committed student, and I wanted to be more in charge of my health and take charge of my daily routine so that I can create habits that will make me more successful. So write down whatever works for you, whatever comes to mind, and then this will help for the next few steps. Step number three is to categorize your goals. So once you've made a list, it could be short, it could be long, doesn't matter. I decided that since my vision board was going to be a rectangle, there's 4 corners, so I wanted to have each corner be a category. So I have one category as fitness, health, self-care, and then below that I wanted to have a personal relationships and friendships kind of category, and then on the other corner I had a category for school and studying, and then on the last corner I had a professional development and financial independence sort of category. So that leads to tip number 4, choose a power word for each category. So for me, I chose the words consistency for my fitness, and then I also chose gratitude for my personal relationships and friendships, and just being able to connect with people and being more grateful for the people that I have in my life and showing them how much I care and love them. And then for my studious category, I chose the word commitment so that I can feel like I will get the most out of my classes and be committed to doing the homework and being committed to doing all the readings. That's a goal that I wanted to achieve. And then on my last category for my financial independence and work life and achieving my kind of life and career goals, I chose the word development. So I want to be able to develop more skills and become a better software engineer or a better cybersecurity analyst, and then also maybe become a better YouTuber for you guys, a better content creator, and a role model for other women to come. Step number 5 is to look up pictures and or quotes for each category. So for my fitness one, I feel like that was the easiest category to find pictures for. And then for my, development side, something that helps me save money is thinking about some things I want to save up for and eventually be able to afford. So I chose to put a picture of a Tesla Model X. I wanted to be very intentional about my images. So that leads me to the next step. Step number 6 is to create and edit your own pictures. So for this project, for the vision board, as well as for all my thumbnails that you see on YouTube, I use something called Canva. So if you go to canva.com, it's a free editing software that you can use to edit your photos. You can have all sorts of templates, and that helped me out a lot because not only can you make your photos look a lot better, but you can also make, different text that you want on your photos. You can put quotes over your photos, and it was really, really fun to do this. So I highly recommend creating your own pictures using Canva. Tip number 7, and if this isn't your style, you totally don't have to do it. Because I wanted my vision board to be not super scattered and you don't know what to focus on, I did want to have a central picture and a central focus goal in the center. And so I used Canva to edit myself on the cover of a magazine with a few, headlines that would reflect, future career goals. And so that kind of helped me when I see my vision board, it has some more organization. Now, you don't have to follow organization at all. This vision board should be fun. It should be something that you don't stress about. But for me, I wanted to have the very center, it has my focus word, it has 2021, and then it has some of my big central goals. Step number 8 is to get your supplies ready for creating the vision board. So this means you need to print out your pictures. You probably need scissors, glue. I wanted to use a ruler to help make sure things were kind of in a symmetrical way. And then I also needed scratch pieces of paper. So when you glue things down, if you put your image upside down on the scratch piece of paper, you can actually glue along the edges so that it gets glue on the paper, but you end up getting enough glue so that when you lay your images down, the edges don't come up. So I wanted to include that to help you guys out. And also keep in mind, for me, I do intend to put my vision board in a picture frame. So for your back of your vision board, if you do choose to do a picture frame, you could use the cardstock that comes in the picture frame. But for me right now, I just used a kind of thick construction paper. I believe it's just cardstock. You can choose to use a foam construction board or whatever works for you. But this helped me so that I had a symmetric, nice rectangle to put all of my visions on there. I wanted to mention an optional tip before tip number 9. This is just if you wanted to kind of draft your vision board before committing to cutting and gluing. And so with this, I just wrote down kind of where I thought things would go and different quotes I wanted to use, and I kind of separated the categories so I know where it's gonna go. And then I also ended up kind of deciding and cutting things out if I liked one quote better than the other. And so I did this, and this took maybe 5 minutes. And also too, when I actually made my vision board, it did turn out a little differently than this scratch paper. But if that helps you, that's my optional tip. Now for tip number 9, this is the fun part. So once you've cut everything out, and if you have time, you could print multiple sizes of things to just have more options, but I wanted to save ink, so I tried to measure as I thought I could in my little document that I made. So I printed everything out, cut everything, and then I laid out my vision board and began arranging each picture and arranging the words, and that was the most fun and rewarding part. For me personally, steps number 5 and 6 took the longest, and so it was really nice to get to step number 9 where I got to just lay everything out and make sure everything was how I liked it. And it did take a little bit of time. I think it took 45 minutes to lay down everything, but once I was satisfied, I got to step number 10, and step number 10 is to glue everything down, and that will be the end, the last final step, and just kind of see all the hard work that you put in. Overall, I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I'm going to walk you through some of my goals for 2021, and maybe this will inspire you to think of your own goals. Okay, so we're gonna start with the upper left-hand corner. My word is consistency because I feel like that's what I need to make changes in my fitness and health. The only way I'm going to see any improvements is if I'm consistent. And I edited a photo of me on the beach and I put on the quote, "You will never change your life until you change something you do daily." So that's kind of a reminder for me to try to form new habits that will make me more successful and happy and healthy. And then I put a picture of Cassie Ho. Her channel on YouTube is Blogilates, and she is amazing and wonderful, inspiring. She's one of the first fitness people I ever watched on YouTube, and she has so much free content to help people achieve their fitness goals, and so she is goals. So I put her on there. I also have a quote up here that I just found online when I searched fitness motivation, which says, "The difference between wanting and achieving is discipline." And then I have, okay, last kind of consistency category is a picture of Simone Biles. And yes, the back of her leotard has a goat on it because she is the greatest of all time. She's a few months older than me, and so that kind of keeps in my head whenever I think I'm too sore, whenever I think I'm, you know, overdoing it with my workouts, I remember that she's doing the most, okay? And she's a little older than me, and she's still doing the most. So I put her on there. Now moving on to this category, gratitude. This is like my personal relationships and more kind of interpersonal goals. I put some friends here. These are from Toy Story. For you guys, you may just want to put pictures of your own friends. On YouTube here, I didn't want to try to blur people out and make it weird, so I chose not to, you know, put people that I really know that would feel uncomfortable being on my vision board. So I put some Toy Story folks here because everybody's friends in that movie. And then also with relationships, I put Wally and Eve. And then I also put a very special memory on here, jet skiing, and I have the quote, "It's a beautiful day to be alive." And this is something that Whitney Simmons here on YouTube says all the time. She's also kind of a fitness goal, but I think she is a good advocate for mental health and interpersonal relationships as well. And so I wanted her quote there. And yeah, I want to be more grateful with all of the people that I love and not take them for granted. Now going to the commitment category, this is for my academic goals. I kind of just chose that image because it said, this is like the only like academic motivation words that I had, study hard to achieve your goals. And then I put together like, this is just some study inspiration with a laptop and the calculator and notebook, and then behind here is some code that I found because that's related to computer science. And then I put 3 books and I edited them on Canva, and they reflect the courses that I'm taking for this semester: cryptography, network theory, and artificial intelligence. And then for my last category of development, so career development and financial independence, I put beautiful pictures of beautiful architecture. These are actually from Drake's house, and it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. So that kind of encourages me to save and work hard. And then down here, this is the Tesla Model X, and I love that car, so I put that there. And then I also put the quote, "Each new day is a new opportunity to improve yourself. Take it and make the most of it." I thought that was really powerful, so I put that on there. And of course, my power word, development. Now, in the center, this is where I wanted, you know, if this is all kind of too crazy and chaotic, at least this kind of has more stability, and this will draw your eye a little bit better. So I have my focus word, or my word, which is focus. You actually do end up focusing on that because it's in the center. That was kind of a cool coincidence. And so then I edited my own picture onto a magazine cover, Iconic Women in Tech. This took a little bit of time, but it was so much fun. So this part was like really fun to do. And then I put a few headlines: cybersecurity analyst detects fatal flaw in system, valuable tips for women in tech, turning dreams into reality. It's good to be specific and visualize your goals so that it motivates you to actually achieve them. So that's what I was trying to do with this, and stay positive and confident. This picture makes me feel a little bit more confident, especially because with this eye makeup look, it's the first time that a makeup brand on Instagram, they posted it on their story, and that probably isn't like a huge deal, but for me it was because I had never had that happen before. So that's one of the reasons why I chose this image, because it was recognized by like a cosmetics brand, and it was Odin's Eye Cosmetics. So I'm really proud of that. And then I have one of my big goals right here, which is 2.5 thousand subscribers. And yes, that's pretty ambitious for where I am now, but I am so excited to be more organized and focused this year so that I can achieve that and work hard to achieve the other things on this vision board. And then I did intend to have a really long quote that I was going to try to squeeze here, and then I realized it wasn't really going to be aesthetically pleasing. So I just chose to keep the first two words in the quote, which are keep smiling. And with that, I'm very, very proud of this. I've never really made something that looks this nice and well thought out. I have made collages and vision boards, and if you don't want to go through the trouble of searching for specific things on the internet or creating your pictures, you don't. You can use magazines, you can cut things out, and you can find different things from newspapers. But I wanted to give this a lot of effort this year and make it meaningful, because I am going to frame it soon and put it in my office so that I can look at it every day, and it will keep motivating me to aspire to achieve my goals. And I hope that this video will help you out if you want to make a vision board. It did take some time. I've spent maybe 3 or 4 hours from start to finish with searching and cutting and gluing and everything, but it was super fun. And yeah, I'm really excited for 2021. Let me know some of your 2021 goals and if you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.